Why do girls like monsters? Okay, guys, one of the most important tropes that we need to understand is the concept of Shrek. The big bad monster, Shrek. Swamp living, horror body, everybody's scared, everybody looking at him different. The concept is clear. How did this guy bag Fiona? And the whole concept of Shrek, and I want a preference. This is what the whole movie is about. Shrek is an ogre. He lives out there. He lives out. Nobody bothers him. He goes out. He finds this thing. He has to go and save Fiona. Every prince, every person, pretty boys try to save Fiona. Her family traps her. Fiona turns into an ogre. Da da da. You already know, right? But the most important thing is, why did she choose him? This is what we grew up watching. Every guy who ever watched Shrek thought they could bag the baddest girl. Even if it was ugly, like you can't look at Shrek and he over here bagging. He bagging the princess. The princess, right? But we always overlooked. Wait, why did she actually like him? She actually liked him because she was actually him. I want you guys to stay with me. Okay, look. There's a lot of things that go into understanding why she liked Shrek. But I want to get it into an entire environment. Why do girls like the monster? Shrek, he lived in the woods. What was so crazy about Shrek is Shrek had his own place. He was in a swamp. Shrek had his own place. Nobody had to bother him. He didn't have to go look. He didn't have to go here and stay here. This is one of the most important things. A lot of guys need to understand this, because one of you guys will look at the situation and see, how many times did Shrek actually stay at Fiona's place? And what ended up happening? She ended up coming to the swamp with him. So this is a prime concept of understanding. Okay, Shrek had his own place. He was already locked in. Yes, he had to travel to her to save her, and then she traveled to him, and at the end of the day, I want the preference. We not out here saving girls, okay? We're not saving girls, okay? But I want you guys to understand he had his own place. And at his own place, he was secured. Nobody bothered him. He had everything structured. He liked the mud a certain way. He liked this a certain way. He liked the bugs a certain way. It's the same concept to you. You can have your own spot. You like how your bathroom set up. You like how your bedroom set up, the TV, the man cave. You like all these different things. So I want you guys to understand he already secured that. This is one of the most important things you have to secure. Then again, he was also feared. Now, what do you mean by this? He was such the big dog in his realm. You had the animals there, you had the puppets, you had everybody being like, oh my gosh, this Shrek. But what set apart Shrek from everybody else was he was in his own lane. Yeah, he will literally roar at you because he was in his own lane. You couldn't touch my lane because why should I fear you? Why should I fear you? You're a donkey. You're a donkey. Stay in your lane. I'm an ogre. I'm going to stay in my lane. If you guys fear me, you guys fear me. But I'm not going to sit here and be feared of a dragon or X, Y, Z because I stayed in my own lane. A lot of times, a lot of guys will look at the situation and be like, oh my gosh, I need everybody to fear me. No, you need to stay in your own lane. You need to understand what your lane is. And before you know, the fear turns into what? Respect. Because now you're standing for something different than you ever actually even attained. All of a sudden, oh gosh, we got Shrek saving the princess. Give it all. Because they started to respect who he was, and he didn't change for who he wanted to be. He had the opportunity to change, and he changed the girl. He said he wasn't, that's not me. That's not P. Y'all trying to trick me into something that I'm not. Some of you guys would like to change yourself because you guys want to fit in a mode of the girl that you're dating, of the girl that you want to be with. You want to be heard. Why are you trying to be heard? She doesn't care for that. She's only going for you because of you. This is an important concept for you guys to understand. You guys will look at Shrek and look at the scene where Shrek changes himself. But we all recognize Shrek saw himself being somebody that he wasn't. He said, I'm not about to play this role. When you play that role, you get heartbroken. Because that's when you decide to change for a girl, you become the trope. You become the person she wanted. And then you decided, oh, she's saying, hey, I don't like it here. Change it. Hey, I don't like the way your car moves. Change it. You start slowing down your lifestyle to fit her needs. But most of you guys forget, at the end of the day, the reason he bagged her is because he went back to who he was. He said, I'm not changing for the girl. Most of you guys gotta understand that. If you can wrap your mind around it and be like, you know what, I'm not changing for no girl. If she likes me, she likes me. If she don't, she don't. That's real. So all these things that she revered about him, how the people feared him, but then turned into be respecting him because who he was, understanding he had his own place. He didn't have to go to no temples and being like, oh, I want to live in the biggest palace. No, he said, I have my place. I have my people. I have my mud, right? It's the same concept. And lately, it's this understanding. He did not put Fiona number one. Yes, he had to save the princess. I always tell you guys, stop it. Stop putting these girls number one. Because you know what happened? Every prince went, I'm going to save my sleeping beauty. And they see this dragon and they gone. They never got to Fiona because they were gone. Now, guys, I want you guys to put this into a bigger concept. In the beginning of the video, I said, the reason why Fiona likes Shrek was because she was actually him. And why girls really like monsters. Girls like monsters because they have their own home. They're respected by others. And they definitely don't put the girl number one. They stay in their lane. Most guys don't understand that girls are monsters. Most guys understand, they're like, oh, you know, she can't really do that. They'll put them in this fantasy world, and that's the benefit about being Shrek. Shrek understood who he was. He never lied. He wasn't be like, oh, I'm gonna be this because I wanna be this. He was like, yo, I'm Shrek. I can't change I'm gonna be Shrek. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna stay in my lane. And the girls like monsters because they're also monsters too. I don't want you guys to go over this. What do you mean, coach? What do you mean? How do you mean like monsters? How do you mean monsters? That's the smoke. That's the smoke that's blinding you right now. Deep down, every girl understands that they probably don't like certain things. They're probably devious. They're probably this. But in their minds, they're just like guys, just in a girl form. So it's like, even though they see Shrek, oh, I want to change that. No, they see Shrek and they see a part of themselves in that Shrek. So when Fiona was turned into a princess and she really turned into Shrek, it's because she was like, you know what? I'm a monster too. Whether y'all like it or not, I'm a monster too. Me and him are just alike. That's the concept. That's the concept. If you can't see that, a lot of girls, think about it. Why do girls wear makeup? They put makeup on front of their face to look heightened. But what I want you guys to understand is everything is just a mask. Yeah, guys do it too. Y'all do it, you hear me? But at the same time, I'm not talking about makeup. But I'm trying to tell y'all, like, at the same time, it's always a cover-up. It does not matter who you are. Every person in this world has a particular thought about something bad or something this or something that, but we always decide to look at the girl and be like, she's the princess and she can never be bad and she can never do no harm. But in reality, that's the thing that we all are missing. I really want to say this before I look. When you look at a girl and you say, oh, she would never do that, and she goes ahead and she does that, what happens to your opinion about her? It changes, right? So why do we consistently talk to the next girl and be like, no, she's an angel and she's gonna be perfect? She does a thing and they're like, nah. If you guys do not recognize and wake up about these things, you're gonna be put in a situation to understand, dang. But I mainly want you guys to take away about 4 things from this. Get your own spot. Be feared, be respected, stay in your lane. Stop putting girls number 1. And understand, that girl that you think is an angel has the possibilities to also be a monster too. Until you understand those 4 concepts, the dating game's gonna be hard. You're not gonna understand why the girls not like me. But this is why. This is why they fall for the monster. He looked at Fiona and said, I see who you is. Do you? And what she had to do, she had to change, she had to do it. She had to look herself in the mirror and be like, this is who I really am. I'm done drinking all that. But the more you know, the more you start seeing and start being aware of these things, the better you can actually manipulate and move through the whole dating scene and just out it as soon as you see it. So believe it or not,